Statement from Coach Deifel, and then have questions for student athletes. Allow them to leave, and then questions for Coach Deifel. Coach?
Well, I'm just really proud of our team for finding a way to win tonight. That's exactly what we expected to get from SEMO. They're tough, they're gritty, they gave us everything we could handle tonight, and I'm just really proud of the way we stayed the course and found a way to win. Rob was exceptional tonight, and so I'm just, it's really nice to get the first one.
All right, questions for student athletes. Go ahead, Ethan.
Now, Robyn got called in, I think, in the second inning. Just what was your mentality, whenever you get the call to come in this environment like this?
I mean, I really just wanted to have Morgan's back because she's been great for us all season long. And I just wanted to attack every hitter, every pitch, never take a pitch off, and just my goal was to win. So win every batter, win every pitch.
Yeah. They were one of their hitters just said that the rise ball was working well for you tonight. Did you feel like that was your best pitch?
Yeah, my rise is definitely working. My changeup actually felt pretty good for the few I threw them. So.
Yeah. And then Reagan, just talk about that fifth inning where y'all scored 3 runs and went ahead. I know you had the first hit to score a run. Just what do you think adjustment-wise the team made there in that inning?
I would say that we trusted our plan of being flat, driving the ball, being just hitting line drives, which is what we always try to do. And we finally trusted that plan and stayed together and did it.
Alyssa?
To build off of that, Reagan, just how much did this offense need to finally get going, see those hits start to drop, and those runs score in this game?
For us, I feel like once we get that one hit, we all come together and string them along, and it's always good.
What was the dugout like when you're down 2-0 and you guys know that you've got to score some runs to try to win this game?
We knew the whole time that we were going to do it. We were keeping each other up. We were telling each other, you got it, I got your back, we're going to do it, and we finally found our time and did it.
For Reagan and Robyn, Reagan, you can take it, but tomorrow you'll look at Arizona. And it's a team that you guys faced earlier in the year. It's also a team that knows how to win in the postseason. What do you expect from them?
Every team is hard. It's the postseason. And we expect them to come out and play their best game just how we expect to come out and play our best game and just be +1, work hard, play together.
Yeah, and I just think they're going to give us a fight, and we're going to fight too, and it's just about whoever comes out on top. It doesn't matter how it happens. It's just going to be a fight.
Ethan?
Yeah. Reagan, to lead off that inning, Rylan had a double down the first baseline. Just how big was that for her, do you think? I know it hasn't been easy recently, but for her to see that and kind of be the thing that the person who sparked all that.
It was great. I was so happy for her, and I knew as soon as she did it, I was like, that's what we needed to get us going.
Ladies, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can go back to the locker room. Yep. All right, questions for Coach Deifel. Go ahead, Alyssa.
I'll just give you a break. You're welcome. Hey, Courtney, congratulations on the win, but you talked about how long of a week this was. How do you feel now that you finally got that first win under your belt?
Well, it's nice to get the first one. Sometimes the first one is met with a lot of emotion. You just don't know exactly what to expect. As you kind of go through it, you just know it's going to be a grind. And so it's nice to get out there. It's nice to find a way. Wasn't pretty, but it doesn't matter. You just have to find a way to be +1, and it was nice to see this team come together, but also along the way never lose faith in each other and their belief that they were going to get it done. And that's what this long week added up to.
How much did this offense need to start seeing those runs and those hits kind of go back to back, manufacture some runs and get things going?
I think every offense needs to see that, but it doesn't always happen, especially in the postseason. It doesn't always fire. I feel like when you look on the other side, they were finding holes. They were winning the inches. It was unlucky. I think, combined, I think all of the 4 hits they got in that inning maybe went 200 feet, but it doesn't matter. I think we had some great at-bats. I think that we had some loud outs, but they were outs. And sometimes you can start to press. And so I think that what this team and this offense did really well was stay the course. They stayed the course. They continued to make adjustments and found a way to put pressure on and then get the 3 runs. So I think every offense needs that. This one, what we needed was that belief. And so it's nice to see that belief pay off. And they believe in each other. It's pretty big.
Ethan?
Yeah, talking about y'all have been making good contact. Coach Redburn said that's why he walked Hannah and brought up Kennedy. Just what did you think of her as a freshman, her ability to stay in there on a full count and draw that walk?
I mean, she's a freshman by year, but she's not a freshman at this point. She's battle tested. She's been through it all, and she's been clutch for us. So for her to be in that moment, anybody, it's hard, you know, a senior, a 5th year, a sophomore, it doesn't matter when you're in that moment and the bases are loaded and you're in postseason and the lights are on and everyone's cheering. There's a certain level of just controlling your emotions and just being really present. And she was just so locked in that moment. And it's huge to not stretch your zone, no matter what year you are. It's huge to not stretch your zone and just take your base in that moment. And it was the final dagger, fortunately.
Just what's the confidence level whenever you take the ball and put it in Robyn's hands there in the 2nd inning? I know that she said that all offseason she was kind of mentally preparing for things like this.
Oh, I have the utmost confidence in all our pitchers. They're ready for that moment. They're ready to have each other's back, just like Rob said, is just wanting to do that for Mo. Mo just kind of had a tough luck outing. She pitched her butt off, and then we were in a tough situation, and Rob wanted to pick her up. And she's built for that moment. She's built for that moment, and she's worked to be there. And I have a ton of confidence in her and the entire staff.
And I know hits were hard to come by. Will you talk about Rylan starting all that in the 5th inning with her double?
Oh, it was huge. It was huge. Just for her to just be ready for that first pitch, to be on time, even her last at bat, she hit it right on the nose, just right at her, or at the second baseman. But it was just big. It's exactly like Ray said, it's exactly what we needed. Just that spark, that, okay, we got something to go through. And then just to build off that was big time.
Did it feel as big in the moment, getting out of that bases loaded jam and only giving up 2 runs and not letting that inning kind of explode even more there?
Yeah, it did. You know, I don't like giving up any runs. So you just, in that moment, you know, I think if there's one pitch Rob could have back all night, it'd probably be that one. But I like how she was just attacking the zone and attacking the batter, and she was ready and poked it through. And so, yeah, it's nice to get out with 2. You know, you can't ask me. I don't want to ever give up any runs. So.
It seemed like Robyn definitely, she got stronger as the game kind of wore on. I mean, was that adrenaline? What did you see from her maybe as it got into the later innings and she kind of looked better and better?
Well, I thought she looked good all night. Like I said, I think if there's just one pitch she wanted back, it'd be that 0-2 pitch and that at bat. Other than that, I thought she executed really well. Maybe the changeup off the girl's head for the hit batter. Maybe she went that back too. But I think she looked strong through the entire outing, and it's exactly what our team needed to give us time to get those runs in.
Go ahead, Ethan.
Okay, yeah, just played Arizona quite a few times now. You got them again tomorrow. Just what do you see from them?
Oh, they're an explosive offense. They're a team that pitches by committee, and they do a good job of mixing their pitchers in with different looks. They have exceptional defense. And so we know that, you know, everything that we get, we're going to have to earn. And so it's going to be a battle. We're familiar with them. And we've split this year. We've obviously played them in the last postseasons in the past, but these are 2 different teams, and we're expecting a battle.
All right, we'll go to Zoom for the last question. Eric, go ahead.
Coach, just talk about how you as a coaching staff are able to keep your players poised, you know, when things are not going well early here like it was in this game tonight. How are you able to make sure they didn't press as the game went on?
Well, they were loose, so it was more just us not getting in their way. It's like through the whole time, you as a coach, you just don't like sometimes some of the outs or some of the lack of adjustments early maybe, and then you kind of feel the pulse of your team, and it's just their belief never faltered, and so it was us just making sure we didn't get in their way, because the game was going to come back to them. And you could feel that from them. You could feel that from their energy. You could feel that from just how competitively they were locked in. And so, they've been there. That's what our schedule has put them in that position in the past. And so it's, they've been on the other side of that. And so they know how to stay the course and they know how to stay poised. And they kind of expect that from each other. But they were loose. They believed. And I'm just proud of them for finding a way when it wasn't pretty. But you just have to be +1. That's it.
Coach, congrats.
Thank you.